Hey everybody, today we're going to make one of my favorite springtime desserts, and that is blueberry rhubarb crumble. So full disclosure, you might have a hard time finding rhubarb depending on where you live. When I was in the southern United States, I went to the grocery store and I asked the produce manager for rhubarb, and his response was, they don't carry any of that Yankee food around here. So instead I grow it myself, and I've been doing that for the last 2 years, and I've finally gotten it big enough that I can harvest enough for this dessert, and I'm going to share it with you guys. You know the rhubarb is ripe when the stems are between 12 and 18 inches long, so don't go by color, because some varieties will turn dark red and others are going to stay mostly green. To pick the rhubarb, use the old twist and pull. Grab close to the base of the plant and give the stem a twist. Now don't forget to clean them well. They just came out of the dirt. Rhubarb leaves are poisonous, and since we don't want to make anybody sick, we're going to make sure we remove them and throw them in the trash or the compost bin. Then we're going to cut the rhubarb into 1/4-inch slices, trying to keep them all uniform. You're going to need about 4 cups. Then add 2 cups of blueberries. But you could also substitute strawberries, and it's going to be fantastic. Then dump 1/3 cup of sugar and a tablespoon of cornstarch and mix it all up until everything is coated. And we're going to put it off to the side for later. Now for the crumble. We're going to take all the dry ingredients and mix them until they're evenly combined. Now don't worry, the full recipe is down in the description below. Then take 1½ sticks of grated frozen butter, or do it the hard way like I did and use pats of butter instead. And you're going to mix it up with your hands until it's combined. I really should have grated the butter, but I wanted to show you that it would still work even if you messed it up. We're going to add 2 egg yolks, followed by a couple of tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. We're going to mix it all together, and if you find out that it's still a little bit too dry, go ahead and add some more apple cider vinegar or some water. The amount you use is really going to depend on how big your eggs are, but the consistency we're going for here is about the same as good garden soil, which will clump together when it's squeezed and then easily break apart. Put half the crumble in the bottom of a 10-inch cast iron skillet and pack it down. Now do your best to get it sealed, or convince someone else to clean it for you. After all, nobody wants to scrape the sugar off the bottom of that pan. Next, add the berry rhubarb mixture into an even layer. And at this point, it's starting to look really good. Then add the remaining crumble onto the top. It looks best when you have different sizes of crumble covering it, but there isn't really a right or wrong way to do it, so just have some fun. Okay, so I've set the grill up for indirect cooking at about 375 degrees. Now, of course, you could do this in your oven, but this is a show about grilling and smoking, so we're going to do everything that we can out on the gas grill. We're going to put it on for about 45 minutes to an hour until the filling starts to bubble and the crust gets nice and golden brown. Okay, so about halfway through the cooking, 20-25 minutes or so, we're going to go and flip it around just to make sure it cooks evenly, since the heat is only on the outsides. After 45 minutes, it was done and absolutely fantastic. So now for the best part. I'm going to top it off with some ice cream and serve. Now, if this video was helpful, or if you like desserts, check out my dessert playlist and consider subscribing if you like to cook with fire.